Hi guys, it's Nigel at 𝘆cie𝘂𝗿𝗶𝗴 Estate Agents and I hope you're well. It's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday morning. I know it's a bit fresh, but the sun is out. And I'm in a little place actually called Dorset Crescent. And in here, just there behind me, you can just see this attractive red brick semi-detached property. Now, it's got no onward chain. It is what we call a doer-upper. It needs work inside, and I'll show you all of that in a minute. It has no chain, so it's ideal for first-time buyers or people trading up, or maybe even people trading down, or a little investment or so. It's got a little pleasant green in front, and it's not too far from amenities in the town centre as well. You can just see this, the semi, and behind me, there's a bit of parking, there's a garage. As you go in, there's a hallway, living room, kitchen, little dining room as well, little door that can take out into the rear garage as well, rear garden. Upstairs then you have 3 bedrooms, separate WC and then bathroom. There's some double glazing, but it does need some work inside. Now that's why we call these a doer-uppers. There's no one with chain. There aren't many of these on the market. I think this one will just fly out as well. So with all my tours, I'm going to spin the camera around. It's a bit nippy out here. It's a beautiful day though, so I'm going to enjoy this one, and then we're going to take you around just inside this property. There's 3 bedroom semi-detached property in Dorset Crescent with no onward chain. Everything just feels very, very brisk. But here we are, this is Dorset Crescent, and it's all of this actually. So it's this semi, and I'll just turn the camera around. You've got this pleasant green in front. Similar semi-detached properties. Queensbury just runs along there. Then you can get up to further along up to Bower Hill if you wanted to. Head up towards the A350. You can turn left and go towards Scenes. You can get to Devizes that way, or further along the A350 to Warminster, Westbury. Down the A350 towards Bradford and Avon. 8 or 9 miles north is Laycock. You've got the stunning heritage city of Bath, about 40 minutes away. That's about 50, you know, it's all on your doorstep. You've got plenty of amenities. Melksham, of course, has got its own shops, train station every other hour. That can link you to Chippenham. If you want to pop into London, Paddington, that's an hour and 15 minutes. The motorway, on a good day from here, is about 25 minutes. And you can get onto that M4. Melksham is surrounded by different towns. You've got Devizes, you've got Trowbridge, you've got Bradford and Avon, Corsham, Chippenham, and so on and so forth. So it's a bustling market town, ours is. This is what we're going to see today, which is Dorset Crescent. It is a pair, so it's a semi-detached. There is no onward chain, and like I said, that we're going to cover everything off, warts and all. It is a doer-upper. There's a little bit more to the side here, and I'll just show you a little bit about the parking before we head in through that door and take a good look around. So while I'm just out here, just at the front, I just wanted to show you those elevations again. Beautiful sky today, and then just this is the front of the property. So you've got this little green area, and this is called Dorset Crescent. You can get some off-road parking, or on-street parking I should say. There's a bit more to the side, but you can just see there's this side bit of the plot there. So you could effectively bring this out, and I'll show you why. Because there's a drop curb just here, and now you can just see the garage. That forms part of the garden as well. I'm just going to get out of the sun on this side, just so then you can see. You could even create more parking down there, so you could get another van or car in there. You can put your car along here. You could take out this wall because this is the rear garden. I think some people will just leave it. Obviously there's the garage as well, and there's a personal door into the rear. But I just wanted to just explain a bit more to the outside, because the garden in there is quite small, but you could open it up. And like I said, you've got this drop curb here, and you've got plenty of parking. You could create more parking. Let's just walk this camera or this video back up. There's a little door there that takes you into the inner passage, but you can just see here where if you wanted to create more, you could potentially do that without too much fuss, I don't believe. And let's just bring you up to the front again and just show you that pleasant little front aspect. It's quite cute, of similar properties in Dorset Crescent. Bring the camera around. Like I said, it does need some money spent on it. It is a doer-upper. We're going to go through that door, and I'm going to show you around this property. So like I said, there is no onward chain. Like I said, there's a bit more to the side here. It's quite a lot here actually, so you could do something with it. It's just some ideas. You know, with my property tours, I like to give you some ideas. I do get a lot of compliments for it. I do it in a deliberate way just to give you enough information. And I don't mind taking my time as well, so you've got enough information. Let me just walk you down the outside again, just so you can just get another aspect of all this that could be available to you if you wanted to create more parking. And that's that garage that just juts out there, and there's a little side door as well. Let's go into this one. Now there's some smell of cigarettes in here. You're going to see when I close the door, it does need work. Carpeting, redecorating is a must. Just want to just show you the condition of the property. You can just see where the walls are. We'll walk into the living room. I think that would have been an old back boiler. So again, you're going to be looking at heating. You're going to be looking at electrics. You're going to be looking at the carpets, the double glazing. All those things will need to be sorted. And of course, that's why these things come on the market as doer-uppers. There aren't many actually around anymore. So this one's quite nice. I've had a few this year. And they've been very similar, but this one's just got that nice aspect at the front and a bit more parking if you want it. Like I said, all this would need to be painted. You need to redecorate it, and there is that smell of cigarette smell, which does take a while to get out of a house. I'm just being honest with you. You know that we're very honest with these property tours. Come back out into the kitchen. Dated kitchen, this would need updating. Double glazing there, double glazed window. They could stay, you know, but obviously you would change the units in here. Again, decor, bit of flooring here, sink unit. There's a little inner passage that I'll show you in a minute. There's the serving hatch. If I just show you from here again, come through this hallway. Of course, back in the day, they had serving hatches, look. See? Love them. Anyway, coming through the kitchen, into here, little dining area. This could be an office. Pretty much use it for whatever you want to use it for. Again, it needs decorating, carpets, painting. You've got to check the wiring on this, the heating on this. But when somebody has done all that, they are going to have a very nice 3-bed semi-detached property with a garage and a bit of parking. I'm just going to open this door just before we get upstairs. We'll come out here later, but this is that inner passage I mentioned. There's a bit of garden that goes there and there that I'll show you. Personal door. And there's another door that goes out into the front to the drive there, and that just takes you into the garage. Come back through here. Quick recap. Close this door behind me a minute. Kitchen area. Obviously you can do something with this kitchen. It's laid really to bare. It just needs to be obviously modernised. Again, for the dining room, family room, whatever you want to call it, office, study. Call it what you want. It would be your property. Come back through. Obviously that's the entrance door we came in. Little understairs storage cupboard. Bring the camera around one more time. Boom. Just see all the yellow there, and that's all, unfortunately, from the smoking. We don't like to hide anything. We just think that being an honest estate agent as we are, we like to show everybody. And we've always had a great following for that. People respected us, we tell the truth. But also we like to highlight the positives of a property as well. So one like this, once you've done the work, you are going to have a fabulous little home. It just needs somebody who's in the trade who can really do that. And this would then be perfect and ripe for either an investment, first-time buyer, young family, anything like that. Absolutely perfect. Now we're going to pop upstairs and have a look at those 3 bedrooms. As promised, let's pop up. So up we go. Access to loft space. I mentioned separate loo. This one's got the separate loo. You could bang a hole through. I don't think you should. But you're going to modernise it. You're going to have a modernised bathroom. Obviously there's a loo. That window is not double glazed. It's like that steel glazed window. Quite old fashioned. I can't remember when these were built. I think they were built in the 60s. But don't quote me on it. Could be 50s, could be 60s. I don't think the 70s. I think they were a bit newer than that, or older than that I should say. Bathroom suite, panel bath, wash hand basin, window. Again, needs modernising. Come back through here. These are the stairs that we came up. And of course access to loft space as well. In here is one of the smaller bedrooms. This is a third. They've built around it. You can bed there. You can make this into an office if you don't want it as a 3rd bedroom. Again, a lot of people do. If they don't have, say, 2 or 3 children, you can make it into a smaller office for yourself. You can also put a single bed in here quite comfortably. The windows overlook that lovely green area that I showed you earlier. I really do like that green. I think that's quite nice. Let's just pop that camera out there. That's where I was standing earlier. There we go. Open up that window, which is kind of cool. Bring the camera around. Let's come back out this room. A little stairwell there. You can just see what they've done with this room over the years. And of course this was someone's family home. They'd lived there for many, many years, you know, so bless them. So main bedroom here, big bed in here. You can put freestanding. Again, you just need to look at the ceilings, the walls, the carpets, you know, a bit of plastering, Bit of modernising, big double glazed window to the front. That just overlooks that front area again. It's actually a really good sized bedroom, this. Freestanding areas, little wardrobe, little cupboard in here. Linen shelving can go in there. And of course we've seen the smaller of the 3 bedrooms. So that's the first one we're taking you in. I think this one here is the main bedroom. And of course you've got the back bedroom as well, which is a double. And what you see is what you get. You've got to change the carpets, you've got to change the decorating. And it is a nice project for somebody, especially people that are used to it. There's that flat roof on the garage. There's a little garden in there that I'll show you in a minute, but that's the garage there, and that inner passage as well. So let's get outside and have a look at that rear, the garage and the garden. And of course, we're just back down again. We've just been up to those 3 bedrooms, separate loo and WC. Back down here again. Remember, you've got your living room. Pop the camera through here. Back out into the kitchen. Back out into the, let's call it the dining room from now. And remember the key areas of the redecoration of the property, the heating, the electrics, as you will get with any doer-upper. Now you've got a little inner passageway there, so I'm going to just show you, there's a little door that can take you to the outside. And there's an inner door here with garage. There's a bit of power in here. Big enough garage though, you could fit a car in here. That's coming off a bit of the roof. I think it's just a bit of the lining there. You can just see where the roof is. Bit of attention that needs to be done, but that goes with the whole of the property, to be fair. Turn the camera around one more angle just to show you the size of the garage. Actually quite good size. Come back through here, out into the rear now. So there's a little garden out here. It's paved, so it's ease of maintenance as well. So if you don't like gardening, this is perfect. And of course then you're just out to the area that I started the tour. Do you remember when I was talking about the garage and I said this wall? Well, you could take this wall down. You could actually bring this open and make the parking bigger that way as well. Or you just keep the garden as well. And this is just the rear of the property that you can see as part of the semi. But you could level this, you could put this to lawn as well. You could bring up these patios, you could put grass down if you wanted to. It's enclosed, so it's quite private actually. It's quite nice. You know, you're not private all the way around, but you can just see it's all enclosed by timber fencing and some concrete walling as well. But like I said, that's the rear of it. There's the garage. We've seen the front and everything else. And I'm going to quickly summarise what I think about this property for you. And it's pretty easy because, you know, I've mentioned that it's a doer-upper. This one in Dorset Crescent is a semi. There are things that you'll need to look at, of course, but you do have the potential to create more parking. It would suit really a first-time buyer. I think somebody that would be willing to spend money on a kitchen, bathroom, the redeck inside, a place to live as well, and they've got the budget to do it, but they also like the area, or they want it for their schools or for their children or for their future. I think this is perfect. I also think it's perfect for somebody that wants just to have a little doer-upper. They might want to rent it out after, or someone who is downsizing and again doesn't mind spending the money just to do something up and then have this as a home. It's a great little 3-bed tucked away in Dorset Crescent. It's got no onward chain as well, which is bonus, so you can just, you know, pick this up and then obviously start work on it on this property. So look, any questions, it's Nige at Lock and Key. Feel free to give me a call, 01225 707 342. I hope you've enjoyed the tour and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks guys.